17%, while silver is down a little more than 8% over the past year. Why are shares of Hecla Mining, then, the largest silver producer in the U.S., down way more, about 50% over the same period? Is there opportunity for upside here? Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive, Phillips Baker, CEO and president of Hecla Mining. What is at the heart of a loss here? What we've seen, certainly, with gold as well, the price has skyrocketed. Some of the miners haven't gone along, and then now I see the same with silver.
Yeah, for the mining companies, there has been a lag with respect to the metal, and that's happened before. That's not it's not unprecedented, and we would expect that to turn around.
How so?
What ends up happening is the market begins to look at the leverage that you get from the silver companies, from the gold companies. They look at the growth that you'll see in the amount of metals that are produced, and with that will come the performance in the stock.
Okay, folks, this is from what silver is extracted. This is silver ore, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and then from that comes this. This is an ounce of pure silver, and it is stamped with one of your mines. This one is the Idaho?
The Greens Creek mine.
The Greens Creek mine.
In Alaska.
In Alaska, and then the Idaho mine. But there's so many other usages for this. What will drive the price of silver? Collectors, numismatic, or is it going to be what goes into, obviously, autos and computers?
Sure, it is technology. Today the announcement of the iPad, the new iPad.
How much silver is in an iPad?
About a gram.
A gram.
Yeah, so you're going to have hundreds of millions of these iPads sold, this new technology that didn't even exist 4 or 5 years ago. And if you look at what's called the industrial demand for silver, that's all happened in the last 60 years. About half of all the demand for silver, about 500 million ounces, has occurred in the last 60 years. Before that, you didn't have any of those sorts of uses.
Let's get the clarifying matter on the cleanup of one of your mines, the Lucky Friday mine. Where do we stand on that? You paid a big fine, and is that behind you now?
Well, there wasn't a fine that was paid, but what we have done.
Where did you pay out the $168 million?
That relates to some environmental litigation.
Okay, is that behind you now?
Yeah, that's completely behind us. So what's happened is we are now going to clean the shaft that we have at the Lucky Friday mine, and with that, we're going to actually improve its capacity, and we'll be able to make the mine more productive.
Looking at the price of silver, and it's so interesting to me because for a while there, people were screaming and yelling, silver is going to be at $40 an ounce, and it got pretty close. I mean, it really got close for silver. People started saying silver's the new gold, let's get to that immediately, and then it pulled back. What is your outlook for the price of an ounce of silver for the next year?
Look, if you think about things that are money, there's only two things that are money, real money.
Yes.
It's gold and it's silver. Why is that? If you look at all of the elements in the world, you look at everything that you could have as money, it comes down to those two metals. Everything else is either a gas, or it's radioactive, or it's volatile, or it's too common. Gold and silver are the only two things that you can have that's real money.
The market chatter is that you guys could be a takeover target. Would you fight that?
Look, we have so much opportunity to grow the business. We've got the two mines, the Greens Creek and the Lucky Friday mine, and then we're developing 3 new properties that will allow us to increase our production by about 50%. So we'd like to see have the opportunity to get that to happen. Yeah.
How many ounces could I pull out of this chunk?
That chunk, not very much.
Not very much. Not this.
It takes about. To get 14 ounces takes about a ton of that.
A ton of this? Forget it. All right. Phillips, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Phillips Baker is the CEO and president of Hecla Mining. You need a ton of this to get one of these. Interesting. All right. Learn something new every day.